What's good, guys? Oh, wait a second. Let me get this straight. Cheers. I'm not, I guess, one of the copyright, not a strike, but I forget how you word it, but whatever. Got one of those, I guess, for sharing or showing the name of the coffee mug once. So it's like, wow, really? So what's going on with me right now is I hear a lot of this FUD. FUD is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And it's kind of hard for me to tie all of this together for you to see what it is that I'm trying to picture in my head, right? So I guess everyone by now has heard of Celcius in the SEC, the Southeastern Securities Exchange Commission. So, you know, why is the SEC going after select crypto, right? Like Veritasium. What was another? Kin, right? XRP. Why are they actually going after these? And, you know, and now Celcius. Now, just a note, I never did invest in Celcius. For myself, I just take issue with any third party. I guess call me old school. You know, look at Mt. Gox, look at Quadriga CX, look at BitConnect. You know, when I have to lock my funds up in an exchange, I take issue with that, because if you don't hold it, you don't own it. And here again, though, the FUD, right? There's like an extreme amount of FUD, it sounds like, at the moment, in that you will now have to become an accredited investor, which is more than $1 million in liquid assets to invest. You know, that throws a few people out of the loop. Some of us in crypto can afford that. But what else is going on, right? So now they're even trying to move those goalposts for some of us in crypto. So now they're trying to change the definition of an accredited investor from $1 million to $10 million. That's gonna kick a lot of people out. But why are they doing that, right? For your protection, of course, right? So, other than for your protection, now, like I said, I do take an issue with putting any amount of funds into an exchange and leaving it on the exchange. I have always removed my crypto from the exchange because we've seen it too many times, whether the exchange messes up or, you know, they get hacked, or even, you know, I take issue even with KYC. I really do. Wait, let me get this just right. Oh, man. So I'm just like waking up, so forgive me, right? But, you know, that's like, here now we're hearing of KuCoin. KuCoin paying, I have not found it yet. I don't know if because I have an old account with KuCoin. I don't know. But even KuCoin the exchange is, supposedly gonna pay 14% APR for you holding your digibyte, locking up your digibyte, I guess, to provide liquidity, which doesn't sound bad. It sounds almost too good to be true. So, to watch some of these larger addresses acquire, like I said before, shaking the tree, to watch some of them come in and buy up and raise the price, raise the the 24-hour market volume from like 24 or 30 million all the way up to 600 million. What's really going on? But I want to get back to the FUD, right? So now everyone is talking about regulations coming down to be an accredited investor, and how they're going to go after the exchange. First off, no one knows that. No one knows if or when they're going to go after exchanges to basically shut you down. I don't really see that happening. What I do see happening is I see them going after those in DeFi, providing yield on crypto. So that I could see. But to shut down these major exchanges, I seriously doubt it, especially within the next year. Maybe 3 to 5 years out is my guesstimate on anything like that. To drive us all to more of a peer-to-peer transaction type, instead of being able to go through an exchange to then deposit into your checking account. So, yes, I completely see them trying to play catch up and to regulate it in such of a way as to slow or stop people from being able to purchase crypto other than the big players. I've said it many times. They're just trying to play catch up now. So, but at the same time, I'm not willing to sell those positions of crypto. I just don't. I don't. I hear some other people in some of these chats, and I completely agree with where they're coming from. It's like, there is no other asset that I would rather sell into. Why do I want dollars? I didn't invest in crypto for dollars. I've already got storable food. I've already got metals. I've already got all of that. If I don't need anything, what's the point of selling at this point? But here again, what happens to all these other crypto wallets that have held crypto for years and they haven't moved any? If anything, they've only acquired more and more. That's just their dollar cost average in the crypto over a long period of time. Hello. So I totally get them going after other exchanges, but I really don't see that yet. I think that is people using scare tactics to scare others to sell. But because here again, this is not the SEC versus Coinbase and versus Binance and versus KuCoin and versus every other major exchange. That's not what's going on. What's going on is SEC versus Celcius, right? So, everyone is so quick to judge and point the finger. I'm not saying it's not going to happen one day. I'm just saying that's not what's happening now. And I just don't get it. It's such a bipolar market. I mean, really, you go from extreme highs. We're going to 1,500,000 Bitcoin. To now, you better sell whatever you can get, before they shut down all the on and off ramps. What a crock! I mean, really, that's just what I feel. That's because, okay, they cannot stop crypto. But one day they may be able to go after each individual exchange. But at the same time, without provocation, why would they? That's my point. Okay, like I said, if they go after these exchanges offering excessive amounts of interest on your crypto, first off, question, what are they actually doing with my crypto? You cannot create more crypto from crypto in, say, a UTXO. You can't do that. It's not a proof of stake model. So, one can argue that others are like proof of work. That sort of thing. One can argue that, and I totally get that, right? But what are you actually doing with my crypto? First off. Second off, how long do I have to lock that up in order to get those rewards? A year? I'm not willing to do that. Some of these others are like 21 days. And I'm just not willing to do that. Others are like 5 years, like Hex. I refuse. I can't do that. That goes against everything in crypto for me. I just can't trust. I don't have any faith or trust in any third party. Another Quadriga happens, just for instance, and your funds are snafu. So, I mean, I also understand some others have, they've improved those things where they have multi-sig wallets and that sort of stuff. Look, I get it. They may also have insurance to cover that. But here again, if you've ever been stuck waiting 3-5 days for a transaction to go through, just to make a deposit even to an exchange or a withdrawal, either way, 3 to 5 days waiting for that to happen, then you create a support ticket and all this, and sometimes things happen shortly thereafter, but there is no customer service in this. There is none. As far as someone to talk to, whatnot, that doesn't exist. If you go to a Blockfolio or something, just to do a chain analysis and go look to see what actually happened. Did I say Blockfolio? Good morning. But if you want to go to a Block Explorer, if you want to go to a Block Explorer and go look up that transaction hash, you can find out how many confirmations it's had, and is it just hung up at the exchange and just needs a support ticket for them to realize, okay, well, hit refresh and then it'll pop up. So but to sit there and to know if you have any substantial amount of funds, right? Doesn't even have to be substantial. Could just be $1,000, right? But let's say that $1,000 you wanted to deposit into an exchange in order to swap it for another that you really wanted. Say like DigiByte is on sale and you wanted to take advantage and move some crypto into that exchange in order to swap it. Now you hung up 3 to 5 days. And it still doesn't show that it's deposited. You know, what happens when that stops? You know, what happens when you can no longer deposit into an exchange or withdraw from an exchange? You know, first, years ago, they tried to stop us by shutting down our debit cards and credit cards for trying, and checking accounts even, for trying even to deposit onto Coinbase. They attacked us that way. Remember that? I do. So yeah, I do see that one day coming as another attack on us, as far as them going after these different exchanges to shut that down. Okay, well, at the same time, you know, what did we used to use in order to participate in ICOs globally when we were told no, we can't? And why? Because we weren't accredited? But yet all these major players were taught how they could not launder, but shuffle funds in other ways, so that way they could participate in other main ICOs and not get caught. So why was that allowed? You know, but now you're wanting to go after everyone? Which, like I said earlier, I don't see that happening yet. Not yet. Everyone's already discussing how they're going to shut us down in such a way. I don't see that happening. I just don't. I mean, think about it this way. You know, all these other major corporations and whatnot, they're putting hundreds of millions of dollars into this. I mean, all the time. Not like a lot of corporations putting in total 100 million. I'm talking each individual corporation is doing this. It's the next system. So I don't see them hindering us in that way. I don't think that they can do that. I think that this is just FUD. I think once Twitter gets over this, you know, like if you know, how long ago did this all happen where, you know, when the SEC first announced, or when first announced that the SEC was going to investigate them, right? How long has that been? And suddenly now it's big news. It's been a while. It has been a while. Now, I mean, if there's something else going on there, I don't know the answer to that. Okay? But that's only one thing. That's only Celcius. That's not Coinbase, Gemini, Binance, Kraken, Poloniex. You know, there are many others out there. I mean, I know Poloniex, they shut down. Hello. I know Poloniex shut down U.S. investors, and so did Binance. Now you have to use Binance US, but I think on Binance, if you still have an old account, like many years old, I think you can still use a VPN in order to deposit and withdraw. If not, then you can use like an affiliate of Binance, like not Mercantox. Who is that? Mandela. The Mandela exchange uses the same order books as Binance. So that's another option that you can go in order to find other coins that are, you know, and if that doesn't tickle your fancy, then just use a VPN and use other swap exchanges like Chain. you know? So there are many ways to go about it. But I'm just floored. It's like suddenly everyone thinks that crypto is over. Or not everyone, a few people. But it's just FUD. It's just FUD. So every single time any kind of FUD comes out, the market is so bipolar, it's either extreme highs or extreme lows. Learn FUD and learn how to profit from it. Like when Jamie Dimon came out yapping about any of his employees buying crypto. Meanwhile, his sister company across the globe is buying it while he's out there, just shooting FUD. I think there are laws in that, and I don't know why he was never prosecuted for that, right? Because under a Series 65, when you become an accredited, that is a way to become an accredited investor, is through a Series 65 license to be a financial advisor. However, you must work for a firm in order to do that. You cannot. Now, I have not looked into it as far as like if you have a trust or a foundation or something like that, if you can go and become accredited in that way to then represent the trust or represent said client in that sort of way. So that may be worth digging and diving on in order to, if any of this does come about. Like I said, I figure 3-5 years out before anything like that, because they're just trying to play catch up. Right now, there's no way that they can go after and do that right now. They can go after one company. That's it. There's no way that they can shut down all these exchanges overnight. It just won't happen. And then there's so much to go on the other side of the spectrum. So whereas if that day ever did come, they cannot. Okay, government is reactionary. So they cannot keep up with technology. There's always going to be a way to go around it, just a little bit. Now, I'm not promoting going around government and regulation. I'm just saying, for instance, if they try to stop us from investing in ICOs, right? What happened there? So, and shutting down our bank accounts. Well, you just go to another bank account, shut that one down. Remember, those are your funds in that bank. They are supposed to work for you, not the other way around. So, if I don't agree with what's going on, like what my bank is charging and doing different things, I go somewhere else. That's just it, or the overreaching questions. Like I had a banker ask me in front of my trustee, even ask me, well, what do you intend to do with these funds? I said, anything I feel like, whatever that, and then I said, and really that's none of your business. Meanwhile, my trustee said, oh, well, he's renovating his house. And then she kind of mumbled, and that's really none of your business. It's like, what are you using these funds for? I don't know. Maybe I'd like to make a withdrawal of all 20s right now. How about that? You got it? No, they don't. They don't. Cigar keeps going out. So, in this instance, learn FUD and learn how to profit from it. What am I doing? I'm still continuing with my dollar cost average. But meanwhile, with all of this FUD going around, Are people becoming scared and about to try to sell off their crypto at the exact time where we're perfectly set up for a bull market? I think that's crazy. Or is that planned? I don't know. Wouldn't that be something? It wouldn't surprise me. I'll say it that way. But another bull run, oh man. The things that I'm ready to do right now, right? I mean, I know exactly at what price points I would sell because I don't believe in selling a full position. I'll sell a percentage into a bull market. That way then I have several times in order to sell in. You sell a full position thinking you killed it, and then it only, I don't know, goes up another 5,000x from where you sold. So I've experienced that, and yeah, I'm probably just mumbling on, but my goodness, how long have I been going? 26 minutes. All right, so let me switch gears here. Alt tab. Whoa, I got some stuff open. All right. Go to corn market cap here. So Bitcoin is at 40,186. So I'm not really seeing a big sell-off in these other coins, right? But now let's go take a look, just for instance, at CEL. Celcius is at $2.26 right now. And just for fun, right? Let's go here. Let's go to 1 year of Celcius. So that could be set up as a double bottom in Celcius if you go back. When was that? Back to January, so 3 month. So that was at $3. No, that was 24 hour. That was what, $2.05 3 months ago was the absolute low. So right now we're real close to I would say a double bottom in Celcius. So is that a trend reversal? I don't know, but what was the high? $8.01. 801 to 226. Now here again, I don't own any Celcius. I don't intend to buy. It's just, I thought it would just be interesting to find out what the price is, and where did they really start crashing down. Excuse me. So I would guess it would be the news somewhere around October last year. Somewhere around October last year is where I would say it looks like on the chart, where the news would have come out about the SEC, which then caused it to go down a bit. Nice little bump up, and then straight down. Came back up a little bit because it overshot. Trended sideways, and then another dip down, which, like I said, is a double bottom. And that was on basically a 3 month time frame. I don't know. I don't know what to do. As far as with them wanting or now just going after accredited investors. I don't know. What was Celcius? Let's go to all. Where did Celcius begin? 7 cents, right? 5 cents, 3 cents. 3.5 cents. Yeah, 0.0314. Somewhere around 3 cents. So if you got in around 3 cents and it's still at $2.26, then yes, I would keep Celcius. Or even at 5 cents or $1 even. Even at $1, I would still keep Celcius. But right now at 226, and then them only targeting accredited investors, there's obviously something else going on, or at least I think so. As far as why they're being investigated, and it could be just the DeFi aspect of it, of offering those sort of returns, because what does your checking account pay you as far as your interest? Like 1/10 of a percent of 1%, 1/10 of 1%. I would much rather. That's why I have a dollar cost average into crypto instead of a dollar cost average into a savings account or a certificate of depression. A certificate of deposit. So let's just see. Where is DigiByte? 0.02447. I still have limit buy orders out there that haven't hit. Oop, did it hit? Nope. No, it didn't. Wait, let me go. I think it puts me back to. Let me go to the 1 month chart. The dip there was 0.0243. My next limit buy order is on DigiByte at 0.023. Flat, 0.023. That's my next limit buy on DigiByte. Will it hit? I don't know. A lot of interesting stuff coming with DigiByte. Will it hold? No clue. Will it fall lower? I don't know, but I've got limit buy orders out there at 0.023 and 0.019, which were the other key levels of support that I saw. So it's like, why am I going to hold dollars? I have this this argument with even my trustee, where my trustee is, I guess, doesn't understand that the dollar is losing value, and due to inflation, I'd rather be hedged in such a way to where that does not affect me. Yeah, I hold dollars, but there's only a certain amount of dollars that I want to hold. Anything after that, I'm not interested. I'd rather be in assets, real assets. So just oblivious, I guess, doesn't get it, because dollars is all that they've ever known. So, but yet they don't even realize that, like a 1980 Monte Carlo or Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. In 1980, that car costs like what, $5,000, something like that, for a Monte Carlo. What's a Monte Carlo cost? Loaded leather, everything, T-tops, all that, bad to the bone kind of thing, Hurst Olds shifter, that kind of stuff. Not a 442, but not a true Hurst Olds 442, but you know what I mean. Nice ride. What's that cost now? 40, 50 grand? Just say 50 grand. when it used to cost 5? I mean, and you want dollars. You want to hold dollars. Why? That's just what, a 30-year time frame? No, that's 40-year time frame. My bad. So 40-year time frame. We've gone from a car costing $5,000 to $50,000. And you want to hold dollars. Or you want to hold dollars in order to pass that down as an inheritance for your children to lose more. Why? Why not be in real assets? I mean, also in 1980, the Hunt brothers with silver. Silver was at $50 at an all-time high. The Hunt brothers were shut down. Why isn't JP Morgan shut down right now for holding how many billions in silver? After being convicted of market rigging, RICO charges, all this other stuff. Why is that allowed to continue? It's like, pay attention to what the other hand is doing at the same time. Why are they acquiring so much? Why did they also get involved in crypto when they were telling you that they were not? Coincidence, I'm sure. So silver right now is the only asset out there that costs half of what it did in 1980. I understand that was all-time high. I get that, right? So, that's also why I think back, like, years ago we were saying, and I do want more regulation, not regulation, I want more clarification and definition on crypto. I don't want more regulation for crypto. We don't need regulation for crypto. Look, if you're doing something bad, by all means, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. That's where I'm at with that. But just because it is a total new financial instrument, the last financial instrument was created in the 1600s. That was a bond. That's kind of like how big this is. And they're finally realizing that. I would say they began waking up in 2016 to it. And that's why I believe 2017 was a test. I don't think we've been allowed to see where crypto is actually going to go yet. I believe that they're still playing numbers games in the background now that they see that, yes, it can. Now that they have been able to measure the amount of adoption to go into it, I think that, and to see that, yes, it can work. I think that that's why they're all trying to play catch up right now for those of us who are already here and who have been here for a while. What is this going to be worth when it does become mass adoption and people are swiping their credit cards at these different merchants, not even realizing that they're using blockchain? What's it going to be worth then? With a limited supply, not a CBDC, right? Central bank digital currency is not crypto. That's just infinite dollar. So That because I don't ever see the government or anyone like that willingly allowing on a public blockchain the ability to view where transactions are going, where money is actually being spent. They don't want that, but they do want control of what you have. Like I said, shaking the tree. Are they going to try to shake you out before the blow off top? What's that worth to you? Just say Litecoin, for instance. Litecoin right now is at like $110. When they allow Litecoin to freely trade and to be used, just say it, $10,000 a Litecoin. Would you sell all of what you had? Not even realizing that it would still, when they try to, after you sell those back to them, after you sell those Litecoin to them for 10,000, a few years later after that, they're going to be selling it to you at 100,000. Because what is this all going to be worth when it ties together? Like, say, Digibyte, right? Because I truly don't believe that we know how many dollars there are in existence, or all the currencies combined, because this runs 24/7. We don't have to wait. It's not like they shut the doors, they close and lock the doors, at noon on Saturday, and they're closed on Sunday and holidays. No, this is 24/7 across the globe. So, and yet also keep in mind the interoperability between coins. So to be able to go from Litecoin to Digibyte to XRP to XLM to Euro, whatever you want to do, you can, or you will be able to. But what's that going to be worth at that point? What's Digibyte going to be worth? Like I said, how many dollars are there in existence? Or total up the entire globe's currency. What is that worth? Now, I'm not saying 589 here, okay? I'm not saying that, because now I believe XRP came out with a study that showed, like, on the conservative end, if that were the case, then XRP would be worth something like $37,000 or something like this. Look, that's great if that was all that they used. That's not going to be all that they use. That's going to be that's not going to be all that is used. I understand that's going to be major institutions going back and forth, and countries going back and forth. But yet you don't think that they're going to use Stellar, from person to person, or Digibyte, or Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash even, say in Asia? So to think that it's one coin, I think is rather naive. I don't think it's one project. I hold a diverse portfolio because many of us have done the research in all of these coins, and they all offer something a little different. So, and yeah, I mean, look, more power to you. If that's what you want to do, go for it. I just go at this a little differently. How did they say, not all your eggs in one basket? So if you currently hold like $10 million worth of XRP right now, I would diversify a little. I mean, just a little. I mean, I understand your XRP like all the way, right? I get that. But that makes no financial... That makes absolutely no financial sense to me. No investing sense to me. Why would you not be diversified? Because, you know, I get it. I get why many people are only one coin. I get that. But do yourself a favor and begin to broaden your horizons and look outside the box just a little bit more. You know, a lot of these people claim that proof of work doesn't work. It does work. It does work. The thing is, they're trying. What they mean to say is that it won't scale, which there is one that can scale. Go take a look at DigiByte. Digibyte.org. 15-second blocks with the transaction speeds that increase over time. So, you know, many have said that, you know, Litecoin will never scale and do all of this. You know, it can't do all this other stuff. Look, if you want Litecoin to do other things, come take a look at DigiByte. I think you'll be surprised one day at what innovation has brought. You know, because how many of you out there were around in the old Bitcoin forum days, right? The old Bitcoin forums. You know, that's where a lot of this was innovated. You know, it's like, you know, these people are diehard Bitcoin. That's fine, but you know, I don't understand why you can't get past the point of innovation in technology. You know, Bitcoin hasn't come to consensus since what? They haven't been able to vote on a damn thing since 2015. I mean, yeah, they're coming out with this Lightning Network, which I think is a farce. I think that's why not look at other technologies that can do what it is that you're after. That's all I'm saying. You know, and yet at the same time, I have to question why the 180, why the complete 180 from all of these different people out there on the news, like O'Leary and whatnot. You know, he had a keynote speech at the Bitcoin conference in Miami. Why the complete 180? You know, wasn't it just a few years ago he was, you know, everyone's crazy for this, you know, for investing in this funny internet money. I mean, it'll never be anything. Remember all that? Remember trying to explain different things to these people in finance, right? That this is the next system and why and how it works and that sort of stuff. And they laughed at us. They laughed us off the stage, right? Like back when Bitcoin was, you know, $800 or less. So you laughed us off the stage, and tried to make a fool out of us. And you may have succeeded on a few people. But ask yourself this, why the 180? Why are y'all head over heels trying to promote all of this stuff? And why are y'all now investing into what it is that is supposedly rat poison squared? And why are they listed as shareholders, right, of another major company? Or not the rat poison squared individual, but the major company that he's a part of, right? trying to keep names out because, hashtag don't sue me, bro. So, why the 180? And why the tunnel vision of only Bitcoin? Is that going to be a rug pull? Are they only doing Bitcoin but yet secretly buying Litecoin and Digibyte? Is that why we see the volume spikes that we see every once in a while from these other exchanges? So actually to think that you're going to have to be an accredited investor in order to hold crypto, I think that is completely false and FUD. Like I said, this is only going after one particular company. I don't know all the reasons why. That's up to them. So I'm not that interested in it anymore. Just like I'm not interested in the Tesla boy becoming a shareholder of Twitter. I mean, even Charles Hoskinson sent a message out to Elon, right? Look, if you want to build a decentralized platform, they're game. They're ready. So it just seems like white noise going on. Everyone's looking for the next story to blow up. And this stuff, all I see out of this is just FUD. When you look at the charts, we're poised for the next altcoin season. So is this actually planned for them to try to get you to sell all your crypto and buy dollars? I don't know. But do know that they do a lot of R&D into psychology. Do know that. So I guess that's it. I'm sorry this has gone on for so long, but I'm sure I could cut it all down and edit it to like 5 minutes worth, right? But just enjoying my coffee and trying to explain what it is that I see coming in the near term, in the future. So as far as what's going on, like I said, to shut crypto down, how? How are you going to shut that down? You can't. It's on satellites. So, to think that regulation can go after the individual to become accredited, at that point I would just opt out of that even. I mean, because what am I doing with all of this other than to provide a future for my family? Other than, what you got to get past the moon, win moon, win Lambo. Get past all of that. What do you really intend to do with crypto? How do you intend to change the world with crypto? How do you intend to leave a legacy to your children or to your family, right? So get past the short term as far as buying a Porsche or a Lambo or whatever kind of car or a Harley, right? And get past that. What is it? Because I don't think we have any clue really what it is that we truly hold, what the true value really is. Like I said, the left hand selling to the right hand. Just wash trading, basically. What's this going to be worth in 20 years? If, a lot of people say that we're early. We truly are. We truly are. I get asked all the time, am I too late? No, not at all. But my thing is invest money into this that you don't need for next year. So that's the money that you invest in the crypto. Don't use money that you need. If you need money for bills, for food, for whatever, don't just think that this is some sort of a casino. Yes, sometimes things happen like that. Where you put a bet down on black, like the roulette wheel. Put a bet down on black and it pays off. It could, but it also could not. So don't play with money that you need. And do not, I'm saying this, do not play crypto with margin. Do not use leverage in crypto at all. I mean, even a trained professional thinks that it's ludicrous to be able to trade margin of even 4x. 4x leverage. Look, I get it. You could earn a lot. But the problem is you could lose more than all of what you have. They could go after you, your home, garnish your wages. Look, a margin call is not fun. That's why a lot of these kids ended up killing themselves years ago. Don't become a statistic. If you don't have the asset, don't trade it. I only trade with what I hold, and I'm more of a swing trader. My trades can last for months. I'll leave it on the books for months. I'm not interested in a quick flip, So I don't suggest margin for anyone. I've seen good people get ruined. Good people get ruined in crypto from margin trading using 100x leverage. That's just stupid. That is just stupid. Because also remember that whenever you place either a put or a call in trading margin, do know that that they see those puts and calls, whether you're long or short the market. Know that they see that, and know that they will clear you out. And they intend on clearing you out. Just ask anyone in crypto who's been around for years why their stop limit didn't trigger. Why didn't you set a stop limit to trigger, to sell at a certain point? Why is it exceeded that and did not sell until the very next offer came onto the book? Wiped out, margin call, lose your house, your car, everything you own, garnish your wages. Like I said, you don't want that. That's bad. They just give this to you now. And I don't understand why. Because way back in like 1996-ish, somewhere back there, I began trading equities in 95. Way back then, I had one of the first Ameritrade accounts. Like around the time of like Scott Trade and, way before E-Trade came out. And, back then you had to apply for credit to be able to trade on margin. Now they just give everyone 100x leverage if they wish. Why do you think that is? It's worse than a loan shark. It's worse than a loan shark. So, I wish everybody well. I know it's been a few days since I posted anything. I've been really busy. Still working on the house. Got a lot more coming in short order. But no, I wanted to go over several different things here. Learn FUD, learn how to play the FUD, learn how to capitalize on that FUD. Just another day in the life, So, but anyway, look, y'all be cool. Later.
Through the fields of our paths, feelings part our ways, keeping us close but estranged now. Dreams holding us closer, meadows of our youth.